Did you really think you could avoid me? Now I have a criminal record because of you. Don't assume for a moment that I would willingly hand over our daughter to a mere housewife.
I have already initiated the divorce proceedings. I have no further desire to engage in any discussion with you. I have secured a job and can afford to support Linda's college education.
Don't assume everything will be effortless. Do you realize the vast difference between my lifetime earnings and yours?
What exactly are you trying to convey? Do us a favor and remove yourself from our lives completely.
You lived with me. You experienced the lifestyle provided by a prominent company like mine. I doubt either of you can withstand the modest life you can scrape together.
Are you referring to the lifestyle where you hardly provided us any money while you gallivanted around town with your lover? There was absolutely nothing luxurious about the life we endured with you. We had to endure your abuse every single day when you came home. Throwing food, throwing Linda's textbooks. Out in public, you pretended to be a model husband who spent quality time with his family. But behind closed doors, you treated us like trash.
Well, you are trash. One useless, worthless woman in the offspring she produced. You couldn't even give me a son, just another woman, destined to be as useless as her mother. And yet, despite your worthlessness, I tolerated you. And now you're attempting to escape from me? If I had known this trash would run away, I would have never bothered picking it up in the first place. Everything would have been fine if you had just listened to me, but no, you had to argue back.
What do you expect? I have no use for a husband who cheats, provides no financial support, and only brings difficulty into our lives. And spare me the alpha male chauvinistic talk, will you?
Grasp this fact. Women are only valuable until their mid-20s. An old hag like you has no worth to anyone. That's why I found myself a younger companion. She's the complete opposite of you.
Perfect, then go live with her.
And unlike you, she has intelligence in her pretty little head. She doesn't infuriate me. Anyway, we will be perfectly happy without ever hearing from you again. But don't think that means I will forgive you for abandoning us. Ah, I've got an idea. If you ever want a single cent of child support, you better come here and beg for it. Right on the doorstep, in front of everyone.
There's no need. I don't need a single penny from you. So just leave us alone from now on. Goodbye. All done. I'm heading home now.
Okay. I'll start preparing dinner.
Thanks, hun. I really appreciate all the help you've been giving me, even after you started working.
What's this sudden gratitude about? Of course, I'm helping out. You've been working hard too. It's the least I can do.
But you're in college now, and...
What?
I've been wondering if you might have a boyfriend or something.
Is that what's been bothering you? I'm not dating anyone right now, so don't worry. And even if I were, I would only date someone who understands that my mother takes priority. I'll always be on your side. I promise that won't change.
Oh, Linda. That's it. I'll pick up some ice cream on my way home.
Yes. All right then. Drive safely. Wait a second. Oh my God.
What's wrong?
What should I do? Mom, hold on. Whatever you do, don't come home yet. HE's in front of the house.
Huh? By he, do you mean?
Yeah, it's Dad. He's banging on the front door right now.
He's doing what? Linda, are you okay? He's not inside the house, right?
The door's locked, so I'm okay, for now. The curtains are closed too, so he can't see me. I don't think he can force his way in or anything, but I think it's best if you don't come home right now. I'll let you know as soon as he leaves. Just find somewhere to go until then.
No way. I won't just leave you there with him. There's no telling what that man will do when he loses his temper.
If he sees you, he'll just get angrier. You understand that, right? Right now, he's standing in front of the house, yelling for you to come out. There's no way you should come home right now. Got it? Please.
I'm calling the police. If I call them before anything happens, he can't escalate things too much.
I don't think it'll make a difference. Remember what the police said when we called them before? They said it was just a simple lover's spat. It still annoys me to think about it.
That cop was just an old man with outdated thinking like your father. Of course, it still makes me angry when I think about it too, but things must have changed since then. At the very least, calling the cops won't hurt. I'd rather call them than risk anything happening to you.
Okay, I understand. Wait a second. Someone is talking to him now.
What's happening? Who is it? What's going on?
It seems like some guy from the neighborhood is talking to him now. It sounds like his name is James or something. The James guy is telling him to stop, from what I can hear.
Really? James? I hope he'll be okay. Your dad is in one of his moods, isn't he? It'll be bad if anything happens. Please call the police right away.
But it seems like everything is okay. He even apologized to James.
What?
Well, all the neighbors and his coworkers always thought he was a nice guy. Maybe he doesn't want to look bad in front of our new neighbors?
That's true. I guess he wouldn't want to keep shouting if it would draw attention to him. Maybe James is an acquaintance of his?
Whoa! He's down on his knees now. Who the heck is this James guy? Do you think I should go out there?
No, stay inside. It's still dangerous. Just hold on, I'll be there in just a minute. I'll see what's going on.
I had no idea that you knew James. He used to be the president of my company. It's a small world, isn't it?
What's going on? Suddenly showing up at my house and messaging me out of nowhere.
You and I have a history, you know. I've thought things through very carefully.
We agreed that you would stay away from us and that we would be done with each other. We have no connection anymore.
Please don't say that. I came here to try and mend things and rebuild our family bond.
Did you hit your head or something? Do you think we want to have any ties with you? You? Who treated us poorly and cheated on me? Not in this lifetime or the next.
Well, about that. Is it possible for us to let go of the past? I was young. I'm a completely different person now. I know I made your lives difficult.
Do you know how long I've seen through your nice guy act? Let me guess. You're apologizing now because James happened to see you last night. You never came to apologize before. The best thing for Linda and me is to have nothing to do with you ever again.
I understand. I don't want to cause any more trouble for you both. But I was hoping. Can you tell James that you have forgiven me? If he hears it from you, I'm sure he would believe it. I have no means to contact him myself.
You made your choices, and you have to face the consequences. Coming to my house after all these years. Yelling my name and disturbing the neighbors. James heard you and came to help us. Furthermore, you are a total stranger to me now. Consider yourself lucky that the police didn't get involved.
Yes, but there's a real chance I might lose my job as things stand now. After all the effort I put into joining this company and climbing the ladder. You understand, right? I can't let all that work go to waste.
It has nothing to do with me. Don't seek help from me. This is entirely your fault. By the way, I heard that you told people at your company that we divorced because I cheated? When in reality, it was you who cheated and made our lives miserable.
Well, I have to maintain a certain image at work, you know.
I'm assuming that woman finally left you, and now you're here trying to force yourself back into our lives. If she was smarter than me, she would have left before marrying you.
No, that's not true. The truth is, I felt a lot of pity for you and Linda, and I came here to see if I could help you guys.
Is that so? No, thanks. We're doing fine. We don't need your pity or anything else from a guy like you. So no, I won't lie to James for you. Besides, I told him the real reason for our divorce a long time ago. It's too late for apologies now.
What? We were together for over 15 years. Don't you think you could do me just a small favor as your ex-husband? I'm only asking for a little support.
I can never forget what you did to us, not even for a second. And I can't forgive you. I had no idea James was your former president. He now volunteers to help single-parent families like ours. He even rented this house to us at a special discounted rate. Anyway, I can't lie to him after everything he has done for me.
Come on. My whole life is at stake here.
Your life has nothing to do with me. Besides, Linda's and my lives are on the line too. I have to prioritize us over you. If I give in now, it would be just like before, when I followed your every whim.
Following my every whim? You know, the most important thing for a woman is to respect men's opinions.
Are you still on about that? Can you say something like that in front of your coworkers? Or in front of James? Absolutely not. The things going through your head are things you would never actually say publicly. Don't you realize how foolish that is?
Some things don't need to be said. And women like you, the only reason you exist is for men like me. So get yourself together right now and do as I say, woman.
Actually, I'm doing just fine without you. You mean nothing to me anymore. So don't contact me again. Goodbye forever.
Wait a second. You're really going to treat me like this after I've come asking for your help? Man, you really don't understand. Do you really think your life would be better without me?
Are you still talking? Do you really think you hold any power here? We don't need you at all. You may have treated us like trash. But the biggest waste in our lives was you. That's why we got rid of you. So get your act together. And accept that you're nothing but trash. Shortly afterwards, George, my former husband, experienced a demotion and a relocation to an isolated location, while out of our reach. James, his previous boss, could have orchestrated his dismissal. But there was no certainty of his potential retaliation if such action was taken. Keeping that in mind, James thought it best to utilize the transfer as a method to distance him from us. As a part of this relocation, he was downgraded from a managerial role to a regular employee. It's hard to predict how his ego will cope with this situation. However, I highly doubt he would give up his position at a renowned company. I anticipate him masking his true feelings with a forced smile. As it turns out, James too had a single-parent upbringing. Post-retirement, he took upon himself to aid single mothers. I'm grateful for this every single day. Having such a supportive person in my neighborhood, who even offers me a reduced rent, is indeed a blessing. Without him, I fear what George might have done to Linda and me. Of course, we would have involved the police. But law enforcement tends to intervene after incidents occur. Moreover, even if they did arrest him, it wouldn't necessarily result in incarceration, especially not the first time. My biggest dread is losing everything I hold dear. With these considerations, I believe the current circumstances are the best possible outcome. In a different development, it appears that George's girlfriend indeed left him, marrying a young elite. My hunch that this is why he arrived at our doorstep seems accurate. I believe any woman would eventually escape him. Unable to find another companion, he resorted to approaching me. It infuriates me to think he assumed we could reconcile. But at least now, things are finally over. As long as he is at his current workplace, he won't trouble us here. Linda and I can now resume the lives we have worked so hard to build. She is my greatest treasure in this world.